Fate Collab has been amazing, and I've never been so happy. Probably and mainly because Fate franchise is often, not often, they rarely collab with other franchise to the point they're married to themselves. AKA, I've done too much and too many FGO collab event, as in Fate series franchises collab into FGO, and this is the first time I've ever seen any Fate franchise actually collab with a game outside the main Fate or Type Moon franchise, because Fate Grand Order did collab with Melty Blood, if that helps. So yeah, this was a shocker when I first heard this, but to think about that, it's Fate as a franchise is already pretty old. It already has a name in the whole anime community, so it's no surprise if they decided to collab with a big anime game that is also has so many Fate references, slip inside of it. And I can help, like to a certain extent, the way HSR works. The world in general kinda has a similarity to Fate in general, so that's that. But I really like how they integrated the story and the design and everything, because I really dig everyone's look here. Saber, Lancer, and Archer. Oh, Lancer's design is fucking great. I'm just disappointed he's not playable. I wish he was a 4-star or something, but he's not apparently, so that's a bummer. But at least we got Saber and Archer. Saber's already design in general already great, but then in HSR it gave her the let's just say it's a fusion between her casual look and her formal look in the anime. So it's chef kiss, I like that she looks more laid back here, but also still serious, because she still wear the armor getup and she still wears a dress, a full-on one. Remind you, HSR can get shorter than this. And surprisingly, Archer is probably not changing much, but you can see the difference, like the location of tassels and the addition of buttons. So yeah, and then Lancer has the biggest change, because bro's fucking sporting, he's wearing a tech wear. That's awesome. I don't ask Archer to wear his bodysuit. It's still possible in this world though, but it's great that he's not wearing just a bodysuit. His design actually kind of draws in from the prototype design of Lancer, which is great. It's similar also to younger Kukulane design, as in Kukulane Proto and the Fate Grand Order game, and has accents from Setanta as well. So it's basically Lancer, Kukulane, but more laid back, which I love. And in general, you can see immediately they stood out from the rest of the HSR cast, especially to the design. And so I'm not surprised if it is indeed the GOAT, Takashi Takeuchi himself, that illustrated this. Because if you don't realize this yet, HSR they love to use patterns, and they love using layered clothing, as in it has multiple layers, or it shows some spots such as back or armpits. I have a beef with the armpit one, but yep. So it is, you can see directly that it's simpler than the rest of the HSR clothing out there, especially if you compare it to something like Emporius. It's way simpler because for once they only wear like something like 2-piece or 2 parts. I mean 2 layers, right? Not 2-piece, 2 parts. It's 2 layered, and for once we don't have many patterns. Okay, I usually don't draw the patterns even though I know it exists. I just pretend it don't exist every time I draw an HSR character because it's too much. It feels like it is embroidered into the clothing, so it's not like kind of a striking pattern, but it's there and it's probably embroidered, or it's probably have some sort of stitching lining there to make it look like it's a pattern. Well, the Fate characters does not have that. I see Takeuchi already like added the elements, trying to add more elements into the clothing so it more HSR beamed. As in, they added a pattern that exists in Arthuria's scabbard, which is the lines, right? The crisscross line. It exists in her back, like her cape, her back cape, and the back side of her dress. But there's also like the cross patterns and the lines and everything. It's not complicated. Okay, it's not complicated. And to be noted, those patterns exist in the original design of Excalibur. So he's just reusing Excalibur's pattern for Arturia, in which great because it makes her design more cohesive, and it's actually a simple pattern. It's simple but it's effective. So I feel like, yep, Takeuchi's influence here is really strong because HSR would not design something that simple unless it is a 4-star. For Archer, he does not change as much and he does not have much patterns again. However, he has so much clothing pattern as in cuts and stitches, but I think it's just to add more silhouette to it, and it's different than whatever happened to everyone's clothing. Like for example, did you know Finon's arm has some sort of a flourish design of his fabric? Do you realize that? I realized that after spinning his fucking model. So yeah. So the design is simple but effective. The changes is more drastic in Saber and Lancer. Archer's is not that different. I think because his design already tried itself to be neutral, as in neutral in space and continuum, because of course he's the Counterforce Guardian. He is future Shiro, so yeah, he will definitely wear futuristic clothing, and it already kind of fits in the HSR realm. But Takeuchi just pushed it a little bit further by adding more silhouette to it and moving some elements around so it would fit and it would be more effective to be like adding some silhouette into the 3D model, and it's great. I liking it. And Lancer is the most obvious, right? Because he just wears a blue bodysuit, and here he's wearing tech wear. But again, it's not much pattern heavy. Instead, Lancers is actually more ornament heavy. But even in ornament heavy, it's actually same as Arturia. Repeat me. It follows the form of Gabok. Okay, it's still in the shape of Gabok and the alternate spears that have appeared within the scape of Irish mythology Lancers in Fate. So Lancers designs also great, I think, because there are patterns but it's not that apparent. There are ornaments but it's still relevant to his original accents and stuff. So Overall, great. I'm really happy with the designs. And with the story, there's a lot of reference. Even the niche one, there's I don't want to spoil to you guys, so I don't want to talk about much of the lore, especially this is an art channel. I draw here, I don't talk lore just yet, unless it affects the art. The art itself that I draw here, it's inspired by Art Deco and Art Nouveau, but I simplified it because one, I'm lazy, two, I think it fits the aesthetic better of being minimalistic because it is more modernized, supposedly. And yeah, for the background, I took screenshots of the inside game, uh, how we view Penacony from the inside of the Express. I just, I thought of it because I just finished MOC and I look outside and it's just like, oh my god, Penacony is so pretty, man, from outside here. I should have done that. So yeah, I did that. So, and this is the final art. I hope you guys enjoy this, and also I hope you guys enjoy the Fate collab. Please tell me if I say anything wrong because if anything, my knowledge of Fate is probably 50-50, as in 50 rusty and 50 not rusty. So yeah, please correct me in the comments. I probably said some things wrong. And also thank you for sticking out here and staying watching until the end. Please like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.